Hi, this is recording of Glyphic Overview Session 2, held on 15th January 2021, where we discuss about glyphic features in more details. Enjoy.
We're working on it. I think Abhishek has replied on the feedbacks also,
Right.
and we are looking into that. Yeah.
Right. No, and so we will keep on doing that. I mean, so Logo has asked if you can do the testing of the Glyphic platform.
Sure,
So,
sure.
if there any more things, we'll keep on.
Yeah, sure.
ठीक है. So, yeah, Mohit. So, shall we start?
Okay, welcome everyone. Hope the last session was helpful, reflective well, and we have got to know about the Glyphic more. Hope you have enjoyed that session. So this one is another one in continuation with that. Surinder, do you want me to go with some specific feature first, or we can continue with the flows?
What you feel like, I think.
Okay, that's fine. So let me share my screen. Let me know if my screen is visible now.
Yes.
Okay, so I had jotted down the questions we had last time in our call and shared with you, Sananda. Hope every team member has gone through it. One question was with the HSM templates, right?
Yes.
So these are the templates which we have already created, right?
Right.
You can go and create from here, right? And while doing the chat, you can send this template from here itself. Right?
Right. Understood.
Okay. And other part was the flows. So there was a question, I think Nikita, I'm sorry, I forgot her name. She asked about
Nikita.
Yeah, Nikita, split by result example. So I created this one, split by example. So in this question type, you select split by flow, then you can save the variable name, the result which you are getting here right now. And on the basis of the result which we have received from user, we can go into different workflows, to different nodes, right? So let me try and run this. So it's saying, slip by work, please enter your favorite color, so green. So it says, okay, you are in a green color is my favorite too. So you get with this one, right? So this was the example of split by flow result which you have discussed last time.
Right. And just one question here. If you can just click on that.
Which one? This one?
The flow, yeah. Huh. So this categorize as blue green. You can write anything, right? Let's say.
Yes, you can write anything. You can choose any of the, values. It's a number or something like that. And on the basis of that, you can take a result and take a decision then where the next flow should go.
Right.
So this is what we have created for today's session. For an example, we will see.
Right. If you can just click on that again.
Okay.
Just let's say in the categorize as let's say just 5 carat, let's say instead of blue. Maybe any other word.
So you want me to change the category?
Just let's say like carrot or potato, let's say.
I'll do one thing. I'll do color blue.
No, this I think rest can be the okay color. ठीक है.
Right? So this will also work. So Sunaman, these are the values which we are expecting our contact, the users, beneficiary will send us in a flow. And these are the categories where, these values comes from the contact. So I have shared a documentation about different kind of variables we have in Glyphic. So if you want, you can use the and if you want, you can show category also. For an example, like if I here, so if I say result color dot input, so this will show the value which user has entered. You can also say result dot category. Right. So this will show the category value, and this will show the value which we have right now. Let me see. I run this one. So which is your yeah. So there's some issue in the syntax. So it will show this category, category B, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So, I have a doubt. If we want to like conditional base and or condition between two answers, so how can we? Yes.
Okay. Okay. So in that, yeah,
How
in
can
that,
we?
in that case, there's a split by custom expression,
Okay.
right? In that, you can have a syntax which you can enter here that if the answer is this, then do this. Otherwise, if answer is that, then do that.
Okay. Then, but if the answers are from different questions, means first question was about asking about them about their gender, and second was asking about them about their age, and third was about their marital status, and we need a combination.
At which time? At which time? Between these questions, okay?
We
Ask the take a decision, right? And after that, if you ask another
Yes.
question, then you take a decision on the basis of that. You can save these values if you have asked earlier, like their name, age, and other things, in the flow with update contact, and then you can use that value in another, flow in a response to make decision on that basis, right?
Okay. Right.
Hello.
Yes,
Mohit, I have a question here about the uh, split by result, split by flow result regarding this. So here we are showing on the basis of response from the, we are differentiating it on that basis that whether he is choosing green, blue or some other color. Okay. So how exactly is this different from where we are not applying this and we are just just to following, just getting the response from the user and acting accordingly. Providing the response according to the input from the user. How exactly this from the this split functionality here?
Okay, so the difference is like you are getting these values in a variable like color, and in single variable you are having different values on that. So you make a decision on that. Whereas if you use a normal one, then you get to know about if you get a value in a response of the user, like on the basis of the age, then you have to write all those conditions again and again. Am I clear, or should I show you with an example?
I need an example.
Oh, not an issue. Yes. So I'll say wait. Right. Then I say as a number between right. So like this, you keep on adding all the conditions, which will be saved in the result too. Save this.
Mohit, can I keep the same category name in, let's say, categorize as, let's say, I can put kids also.
Yes, you can.
I mean, is it only me who is looking at, or is everyone is
हाँ
having?
थोड़ा सा ब्लर हो रहा है, मतलब अब क्वेश्चन टाइप नहीं दिख रही प्रॉपर्ली.
You're saying the video is not visible for it clearly?
Yes, yes.
Anybody else has an issue?
I'm also having the same issue.
Okay, Abhishek, do you see my screen, or do you still have?
Yeah, it's slightly good, but I think once it streams better, we can understand what it's like, right? Like, is this better now? Like streaming a bit better?
Yeah, I mean, we can make a guesstimate of what you're doing. That is okay. We can.
Okay.
No, I can move slow if that's the case. So, like this, if you make a decision on this, so you have to type different conditions on that. You can make decision, and now you can take flow forward on the basis of that. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Mohit, in this whole flow, I don't know, that might be a slightly longish question. I read about the articles which talks about what is the difference between results and context. When to use results,
Okay.
when to use context. But at a high level, can you tell, because I was looking at some flows. In the same one flow, there were some places results were being used and some places context was being used.
Okay. Yes. So results is a variable which. Okay, wait a second. I think let me change the. Okay. Yeah, it's fine now. So results is a variable which we use to show the values of the flow in the same way. flow. Like if you have asked a question to a user about the age and you got the answer, and you can use that value received in the same flow, right? Like results dot variable name dot input. While when you use contact, then you can use this variable, save it, and use it in another workflow. Like in the last session, I have shown you that how we can call another session from a single flow. So in that different flow, you can call this variable with contacts in that flow and use that value. Did I answer your question? Or?
And how can we access the data in that contact? If someone wants to access the data.
Access the data. So you can save it in the update contact field, and then you can use it like this. Then you can use this in another flow. So update contact node is to save that data into the BigQuery database, and then you can access it in another flow.
Okay.
Right?
So, can we download that data also in CSV format? In this tagging, in this particular contact variable, we have this much of data. Can we do
Right.
that?
So BigQuery currently does not support to download the data in Excel, but we have charts there of Google Charts where you can go and create charts and see the data in a different format.
Okay. Something like Google Sheets.
Something like Google Sheets. But yes, technical team is in the talk that this is very crucial part that NGOs may want to have the data in Excel. And in the talk, I don't know that when we can work on it, but I can definitely pass this request to technical team that you also feel that there should be a Excel output export from BigQuery.
Yes.
Mohit, my question was that if let's say there is a workflow of registration workflow, so are you saying that if I have to show what the user has input during at any point, let's say name, mobile number, you ask them certain things. If you want to show the user within the same workflow, then you have to use results. And if you want to store that data in your database, so then you have to use contacts. Now you can use that your data which is stored like you use contacts to store data in a query database, and either you can use it in another workflow or just keep it for your analytics purpose. Is it the whole thing about?
Yes, you're right. So if you want to show the value in the same flow, you can use the results. If you want to access that particular value in another flow, you can use contact. And update contact is a node option feature which you can use to save the data in a BigQuery and use it for your analytics.
Right. So I may, I'm saying even if I don't want to use that information, let's say I've asked the child name and mobile number. I just want to use it for analytics purpose, let's say. Dashboard and analytic purpose. So I cannot do it through results. I have to store it in I have to apply the contact feature.
No, you have to get this, and then you if you want to do, you can say update contact, right? Because in that case, you do not want to show anything to user, right?
Right.
You can just do this.
And how does this come? Color, let's say, what is the second thing, which is color? How this list is populated? Is it like a list of variables? Like how, if let's say tomorrow I have to add a new thing, let's say school, or let's say check them, or maybe any Anganwadi. So contact. So my question is that is contact only means a personal, like a person by a socio-demographic detail like the name, age, mobile number, or it could be contact is just a general term you are used for, let's say school details or Anganwadi details. How is it?
So contact is a general term we choose in Glyphic for the data we receive. Suppose a person is providing their details like name, age, email address, and other things.
Right.
So we say this is a contact data. So
And
in this way,
let's say if you ask a school headmaster about to provide the school details of their school, so that is also contact for you.
yes.
Okay, and where I will I define the, let's say school variable and then school name, school location, and other things. How do I define a school as a larger variable and the sub details of it?
Yeah, so I think somebody else also asked this question earlier. I was doing this update content. So like this, you can define the variable. So here in this flow, so nothing is here. Excuse me. And at this stage, I said wait for a contact, receive a value, and save it in this variable, right?
Right.
And on the basis of value of this variable, I'm doing all the actions after this, right? So you can define variables while receiving a contact, and then use that variables in your flow later.
No. So, okay, my question is slightly different here. That let's say school is a variable, and for school we have 5 questions: school name, school address, let's say school mobile number.
Okay.
So school is it's like a MySQL table. So you have a school profile table, and as part of the school profile, you have to know 5 information of that school.
Right. You will be defining that variables one by one. Let me go back to the registration. I think that will help you to get this clarity. So if you see this flow, I am having different variables of a person, right? So this is a contact name. You can say it's a school, right? I updated the contact name. Then I ask another variable, which is age, right? Age group. So I defined here it's age group. And then I am using this. Then I have created another variable which is college name, right?
Right.
So in this way you can define your variables in a flow. So for your example, you can say school name and then place of the school or something else.
Right. But for example, I don't know but these are interlinked. For example, I can have school name, child education, and cattle date of birth. I can put that here also.
Yeah, you can put any variables. See, the flow works like that you respond to a user in for a particular question they have asked. Then you get a value on the question you asked. So means if you say that I want to ask multiple questions at one stage, that's not possible.
And are there any relationships between the variables? So can I say these 5 variables are for one student? I mean, is there any way to define that?
How do you want to use it? Like, what's the purpose for that?
Purpose is, let's say my use case is I want to ask 5 details of a student and 10 details of a teacher.
Okay.
The teacher name, the teacher mobile number, the teacher, let's say teacher profile and a school profile, and a child profile.
Okay.
And each of them have 5 to 10 data points I want to ask.
Mm-hmm.
and tomorrow I want to make an analysis like in terms of a database. So I'm saying I want that okay, school data should go to one table, separate data sheet. Child should go to separate data sheet, and teacher should go to separate data sheet.
Yeah, you can collate like all the data will be in BigQuery, and you can export separately, like all the feature database you can have separately. But I don't think you can, generate different tables like directly from flows.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so in
And the
your
relationships and mapping can happen like separately from, like you can extract the data and then do some mapping.
right, but let's say so in your context, let's say in the current Glyphic context, is it understanding correct? Let's say I'm only taking two tables, let's say student and teacher, example, and student has 5 questions and teacher has 5 questions. Now, are you saying if I do it on one Glyphic account, let's say I create either I ask you 10 questions in the same workflow, same flow, or maybe I create two flows separate. But when it goes to BigQuery, it would be 10 columns basically. 10 different data points, and I can export
Yeah. So for linking student with teacher, you have to do it separately. Like you might have to think of a separate application altogether. That's one of the use cases we came across, with one of the NGOs.
Okay. And this is a how does it goes into the BigQuery? It's a MySQL, like the SQL data, like an Excel sheet, flat data structure. How does it go?
So I think it's saved in a BigQuery in a Google format. You can go and see there. But SQL format, I'm not sure about it.
Not SQL, but in terms of flat data, it goes as a flat data structure.
Right.
Okay. And every record here is a one student, let's say one user interaction is one record on that BigQuery sheet.
Yes. So Nandan, if I'm asking, if I'm getting it right, so this flow will work with one person, right?
Right.
This particular person, and that number will respond, right?
Right.
Suppose I am running this one. You have sent a request to me from Glyphic. So I said Mohit Sharma. So all the details of Mohit Sharma, age, college, or who's the teacher or something, will be stored with the name of Mohit Sharma. There will be one record in BigQuery with all the details.
With all the details and with all say 10 data points as columns, and it can have student information, it can have teacher information. These are like independent variables.
Yes, and now this flow again goes to Sunandan. Now Sunandan goes to it and he fills responses to the messages. Now the second record will save as a Sunandan's record.
Right. Or Swapnil record or maybe Mohit record.
Yes. So I just want to say it's one-to-one, right? So one person can go to the flow and it can run it, and the responses will be saved to that person.
Right. And is it like, let's say in a Glyphic account, there are 5 flows which are created currently, let's say. So when a user goes to one flow and does that, so in the BigQuery, it is like, so there's a flow ID also as a export when you say, okay, against this flow ID, these are the responses we have got. Or it's like one common master sheet for all the flows together and some values would be blank. So let's say it's a, let's say a student flow, there are 2 flows, let's say student profile flow and a teacher profile flow. Separate 2 flows, then Sunandan goes and fills the student profile flow.
Okay.
And there are 5 questions you are asking. And again, Mohit goes and Mohit fills a teacher profile flow.
So Mohit is a teacher, right? It's a different flow.
It's a different flow.
Okay.
But in the BigQuery, when you see the final consolidated data, because the question outputs are different, so it would be like 10 different columns, and like in the first Nandan, the 5 responses are filled and the other 5 are blank, and vice versa. How does it look like?
So it looks like
yeah.
I think for these things it would be best, like if you also try this out and how it's looking, because what happens is like even we haven't explored exactly how these cases will happen. And how these relation mapping and everything, I think it can be done when you explore and try out. Yeah, firsthand. I think that Mohit, I guess what.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that it's a normal database like that. If you will try, you will get to know about it.
And can you help us like how to access the database? Like if I let's say for this flow, is it like a do it yourself wherein we can do the config, we can connect a BigQuery and then we can see the data?
Yeah, I think we have a documentation. I shared it with you, where you how to set up a GCS. So and your account is also ready now. Nikita has all the details. So once you log in and set up the GCS, you can go back and check how it's like.
Okay. And you would be setting for us a production environment so that we can create POCs there.
Yeah. Production.
Yeah. I have a doubt. Can we store multimedia input from the user end? And if some user is sharing some pictures and some videos.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So that option is there, has media, no?
Yes, we have that option where you can save media files.
Usme, Mohit, I mean, you can answer later, but another subsequent question I was looking, there was a question of, let's say, does it has GPS location, let's say. There was also a question of has media and has location.
I lost.
No, yes, it has media and has location options which you can store and but actually.
But if in the user input, let's say you ask them कि अच्छा you share the location, but किसी ने image डाल दिया, so are you checking that also? It's a location, not an image, or it's not the right input.
Yes. So when you have selected it's a has a location, then it will take has a location and valuables only. So if you take a media, then it will take a media only.
And media can be photo, video, audio, all the different types?
Yes, all the different types.
Yep.
I just want to know this thing. Na, can we store that data also? Na?
Yes.
Some variable and
So
later on access.
हम उसको जो मल्टीमीडिया है उसको हम हमारे Google Cloud Storage में we can store. So we can store those images on our server. That is it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
तो वे है हम
Yes.
Google Cloud पे अपना एक account बना के we can store our images which we want to push to the user. User हमें दे रहे हैं multimedia files वो हम अपने GCS में store कर सकते हैं. Back it's a two-way communication of multimedia files.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you're right. It's correct.
बट अगर किसी वेबसाइट से पुश करना है कोई मैसेज वो नहीं होता ना अभी फॉर द टाइम
नहीं वेबसाइट से मतलब
जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल मेक माय ट्रिप का मैसेज मिलता है व्हाट्सएप पे जब कोई बुकिंग करते हैं वहां से तो वो उस तरह का क्लिफिक को हम यूज नहीं कर सकते फॉर नाउ
वो HSM टेम्पलेट में आता है ना वो तो मोहित दिस इज एन HSM जैसे हम कोई भी टिकट बुक करते हैं अगर मेक माय ट्रिप पे तो वी गेट अ ऑटोमेटिक मैसेज ना
हाँ तो वो ऑटोमेटिक मैसेज आप यहाँ पे कॉन्फ़िगर कर सकते हैं ना
नहीं जैसे कल को किसी ने भी जाके जैसे मेक माय ट्रिप में होता है ना कि आपने कोई टिकट बुक करी तो आपको व्हाट्सएप पे ऑटोमेटिक आ जाता है या मूवी के टिकट्स ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाता है आपके पास जैसे आपने पेमेंट्स करी
हाँ
तो वो अगर इस तरह की कोई चीज हो तो कैसे हो सकती है वो कि एक थर्ड पार्टी सिस्टम में कुछ हो रहा है एक्शन उसके बेसिस पे आप यहाँ पे व्हाट्सएप पे उसको मैसेजेस आते हैं ऑटोमेटिक उस यूजर
सो मैसेजेस और इमेजेस तो रिस्पॉन्ड होते हैं बट सपोज टिकट का एक स्पेसिफिक नंबर होगा जिस यूजर ने बुक किया राइट
हाँ
वो टिकट आएगा इसमें बट वो आई थिंक अभी नहीं है बट आई थिंक यू कैन हैव दैट I don't think there's any limitation on that, but I need to check that with the technical team.
मैं आपको एग्जांपल इसका बताता हूँ कि जैसे किसी स्टूडेंट ने हमारा कोई स्किल ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम है या कोई हेल्थ प्रोग्राम है उस पर किसी पर्सन ने ज्वाइन किया एक सेपरेट MIS सिस्टम है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का या NGO का जहाँ पे स्टूडेंट इज गेटिंग एनरोल्ड इनटू द सिस्टम देन हम चाहते हैं कि जैसे ही वहाँ एनरोल हुआ वैसे ही उस बच्चे को व्हाट्सएप पे एक मैसेज चला जाए thank you for joining so and so organization being a part of the NGO and we look forward to engaging with you.
Right. So that message can go like from this flow, right?
मैसेज कैन गो, बट वो ट्रिगर हम कह रहे हैं वो यहाँ से नहीं हो रहा है, ट्रिगर का कोई और एक्शन पॉइंट है जो एक MIS में जाके अगर कोई एक सॉफ्टवेयर में थर्ड पार्टी सॉफ्टवेयर में कुछ हो रहा है, जैसे बोला कस्टमर ने पेमेंट किया, इट इज एज जो मैंने आपको पेमेंट का एग्जांपल बताया टिकटिंग का या पेमेंट का, सेम ही चीज है जो मैं आपको अभी MIS में रजिस्ट्रेशन।
Yes, I got it. So from webhook, you can get a response back also.
नहीं, वो ऐसे नहीं। अगर आप हमें एक यूज केस इसका POC मे बी इंटरनली टेक टीम से बात करके आप हमें इसका एक POC बना के दिखा पाएंगे, वुड बी हेल्पफुल। हमें अभी वेबबुक इतना मतलब वी डोंट हैव मच नॉलेज ऑन दी वेबबुक, कैसे उसको यूज करते हैं। तो
Right. I'll share a specific article for the webhook. It's on the Slab. I'll share that, and it has detailed, API details also, that how to set up a webhook and how to get a response back. Right? And sorry.
हाँ, Shobit, I think was asking.
Just adding one. So there is one similar use case, and there is more coming from a client interaction. If there is a grievance, and maybe you can tell if you want to take it up now or at the end of discussion or separately, that there is a message to be triggered through a case management system. That we have to set up a grievance management system for a field-based NGO, where they have a app running, and any issue in the app or any hardware at that site has to be first queried through the WhatsApp chatbot. It's like a helpline, WhatsApp helpline for them. So we have to provide them a menu of 10 items, and so when they say hi, they should get the first list, which is already doable as per your standard procedure. That they say hi, they get the menu. Now in that menu, for each item, they will get the content that is also available. Fine. Next is that if anything is not available, we provide them with an IVR number or a phone number. And that phone number, if the person clicks, a call will be initiated, which is fine, all covered till now. Now, when that phone number leads the person to talk to a third party agent who will be updating raising a ticket in a software. Now, can I trigger a message from that? Because now when the ticket is raised, ticket in the sense issue is raised in that third-party software, can I integrate it through API to trigger a acknowledgement to this person that your issue has been raised, and we will get back to you with the details or follow up on this number for this. So this is in line with the integration which we are talking about, third-party trigger, be it for student enrollment, be it for anything. From a third-party software, can we trigger a message based on certain condition, and that goes back as a acknowledgement to the receiver on the other side.
Yeah, I got your question. I think yes, it's a good question and a good use case. I'll take it to the technical team that this is the requirement. Let's see if we have something like that. But on front, it looks like yes, it's a genuine request. That the person is talking and he is creating a ticket, and to close that loop, you want to send back a ticket number or something like that.
हाँ, मतलब मोहित इसमें वुड बी हेल्पफुल, आप हमें अगर एक थोड़ा इसका POC बना के दे सकते हैं। और मैं इसको सिंपलर रखूँ तो आप ये बोल सकते हैं कि लेट्स से गूगल सर्वे फॉर्म हमने बनाया, किसी ने अगर वो फॉर्म फिल किया, गूगल सर्वे फॉर्म एक ओपन फॉर्म है, तो एक व्हाट्सएप पे उस पर्सन को मैसेज आ जाए, जो भी उसने मोबाइल नंबर डाला है उसको एक्नॉलेजमेंट एक मैसेज आए। मैं भी वो नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि थर्ड पार्टी है, उसमें कुछ APIs हैं, यूजर ऑथेंटिकेशन है, मैं भी उसमें भी जाना चाह रहा हूँ। आई एम सेइंग एक इंडिपेंडेंट सर्वे फॉर्म है, फिल किया, उसने मोबाइल नंबर डाला था, लेट्स से उस पे मैसेज ट्रिगर हो जाए।
No, I completely got the request, and it's a nice question. I think if you can explore more with the system, you will come to know. There is documentation for everything. But yes, if there are specific in Airflow, if you have any questions, means you can post it on a Discord, and we can help with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So actually, for this, the one which I just said, we have a client interaction scheduled on coming Tuesday. So just even on the call, it can be clarified from your side that it is available. So at least we can confirm to our client that yes, this is something available. We are working on the details, or I can tell him that this is not available only to certain extent. So this is like a priority question.
So yeah, for that Shobit, it's not available. It will definitely need some extra development and everything. I don't think it will be out of the box available.
Okay.
ओके, एक और क्वेश्चन है मोहित मेरा। आई थिंक वन ऑफ द वीडियो आई वाज सीइंग जहाँ पे इट वाज मेंशन्ड कि तो एक है हम जैसे वी कैन हैव लाइक 8-9 फिक्स मेन्यू ऑप्शंस, एंड यहाँ पे यूज आस्क इनपुट की लेट्स से another was ever saying कि आप वो भी कर सकते हैं गूगल गूगल डायलॉग फ्लो. So you can configure certain 10 questions and say कि अभी आप so one option you define कि अच्छा press 1 for this, press 2 for this, and एक है कि user will can say I need a help, I am struggling with this, can you help me? So you define this 9-10 different conversation and keyword based, then you allocate it, map it FAQ or
Yes, yes. Dialog flow is integrated with.
mention था but don't know कि वो भी live है नहीं है, what is the fit for that?
No, it's live. I think you're saying that if you suppose type a help, then a particular flow starts and you get a response, right?
It's live.
Sorry?
Yeah.
It's live, yeah. Hello, am I audible?
It is live.
Kundan?
Abhishek, you say something.
Yeah, I was saying that it is integrated with Clippic and you can use that. Use dialog flows.
Can you show this thing in our flow as of now if you have some POC made already?
मोहित
means I have,
कहीं पे हम देख सकते हैं
I've got,
POC और
अभी मैंने
So, okay, so right, we don't have an existing use case. I mean, we have set it up for, we can show you an example there, but yeah, I think we can show you how we set up help page, right? FAQ, exactly the use case that you mentioned on our dialog flow account and how it works on Utility. We also covered it in one of the
because we had one more conversation. Right. I think there I have seen, but if it's a working, if we can have a maybe on staging have a production environment, would be helpful. Because one of the conversation we were having with the NGO, they were like, we want to keep it some open-ended questions. So that is a use case there.
Yeah.
yeah, means currently I have not, got.
Yes, Prerak, you were asking. I think you were trying to say something.
Yes, Mohit, you were telling something.
No, something. I was saying that the
Yes,
current use case is not ready. I think there is some lag. So I can, check that and, show you or just send you the flow which you are asking.
Okay. Got it.
Spread it was saying something, right?
Is my voice audible now?
Yeah.
Yes, you
Some.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else, Prerak, Shobhit, any other questions, Ashish?
As of now, no. I think when we explore more this and then we have some queries, we will share with the team and that go to our platform.
Yes, Prerak, I think as a like
I have one.
general this thing. Yeah, please go ahead.
So I think one more question, Mohit. This whole thing of 24-hour window, the whole concept. I have got to understand from this is that if a user says hi, then during the either you create groups, either you do staff management. It is irrespective of that. Let's say even if you have a group of poetry group of 20 people, and you want to send them a bulk SMS or bulk some or is your day to day, which is not an I am assuming which is not an HSM template. which is like any custom message. So if you have some active form, either individually or in bulk, but after 24-hour window, you can only send these designated HSM messages, approved HSM messages.
Right. You can send a message.
Is that understanding Mohit correct?
Yes, that is correct. So you can send a message, configured message from Glyphic to a group, but that's valid only for 24 hours. But if you have HSM templates, you can send to a group after 24 hours also.
Right. But in the within 24 hour, I can write any message, right? Hi, how are you doing? What was your day look like? I can write any custom message.
Yes.
Either
can
one to
create-
one or it's like bulk SMS. Can I say it's
Yeah.
like it works then within 24 hours it works like a bulk SMS?
So you can go to groups, right, and send a message, right, to all the members who are in the group, right? Now, all people who are in the group will get a message, their designated message which you have stored. It need not to be an HSM message, right? So everybody will come here in the chat window.
Right. And in that message, can it be a multimedia file also? It's a text message only. In the bulk.
It can be a multimedia file also.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can configure that in a flow, a multimedia file, and you can send it.
Can you click on that send message? Bulk means you can go to group, let's say.
Which one? Groups.
Groups, right.
Yes.
Click on click on send a message.
So yeah.
It could be, and I can, if it's a multimedia file, how do I do it? I have to attach. No.
You can call a flow there. You can do attachment also,
Okay.
right?
Okay. And what is the Mohit? Another question. What is this? Let's say I am doing conversation with 100 people. Does the administrator can themselves group them into certain group them, create groups and allocate them, or there is some opt-in procedure for group creation and group management?
Which is from. Go ahead. So from a flow. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Mohit, please.
So from a flow, you can decide a person, a contact who is responding. It can also go to a group, right? And you can also configure that person who has responded. You can also add that particular person in the group.
Right.
Both
It does not require any approval from the the end user that okay, I'm being added to this group.
No.
No, you can automate it based on user response. Like you can ask them which of these options you prefer, poetry, visual arts, or whatever, and then based on that you can add them to group. There's a node in flows.
One is through flow you can do, you can through flows you can manage, or you can manually add them.
Correct.
Yes.
And what if someone wants to opt out from this program? Let's say they don't want to, they want to exit, they don't want to keep on receiving messages, let's say. Even the HSN template, let's say, which is after 24 hours.
They just need to send the opt-out message.
Other they need to set up. So there are these global messages, like help, opt-in, opt-out. Is this we are talking about?
Help is not global. Opt-out is global. Because that's breakup. So help you can set up as global message.
But where do we? I was not able to see where is the.
In the flows there is like keywords, and in keywords you can set up help as a keyword, and then whenever somebody enters help, they will get that particular flow.
Okay. Right. But that is again works like how do you trigger a flow? That is as good as saying you want to trigger a help flow.
Yes.
But there are no like global keywords like opt out. Is there any list of global keywords which Facebook or suppose?
Anything you want to use, like I'm not sure if there's a use case or how do you want to use that? Like go
Like
those
help,
keywords.
right? Like help only. Yeah, like help only.
So, but see, since these keywords can be customized, can be different from organization to organization. That's why like there's no separate global keyword as such. It can be defined.
Opt out and opt in are the global keyword. Can I say that?
Yeah, opt out is because it's more a gupshup thing. Yeah, that's how they manage it.
Right. I saw if you go to chat section, Mohit,
Yeah.
so one way is that I can auto tag a message. Like for example, if you take someone says, "Okay, I'm not satisfied with your service," and then you tag this. So this is a manual tag. Is there a way you can do keyword? I know one feature of keyword tagging, so that if the message contains this keyword, it automatically tags that particular message. How does it? Is it available or is it done? How is it done?
Not yet, Sanatan. We had planned it, but there was no significant use case so far, so it's still in pipeline. Not yet built.
Okay, so the current mechanism is the manual tagging of the method. Like I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
and the keyword, good.
No, that's I was just saying. Manually, you can do that.
Okay. And in the search, if you go to the search, the right side panel. So, Abhishek, what I understand is this is Abhi not active. This is not live. This is in pipe. If I, yeah, is it understanding correct?
No. Search is there. You can search for it.
Search is there. Let's say no, but this auto keyword mapping is not currently live. It will be coming in the next couple of months.
I mean, it's not that well defined. Like if you try it, it may not work 100%. We've been waiting for some use cases to refine it further.
And this search, Mohit, does it work like, let's say grievance? So all the messages of the user where the grievance word has been used, it will come?
Yes. It's like you can search the message, the keyword.
Let's say if I type OTP, so all the people which somewhere message OTP will come.
Yes, you're right.
Does it also search OT also, or like how does Google does, like half word, or I don't know what you call it, but like not a complete word search, but let's say there are spelling mistakes, or it does like exact word searching.
It goes for the exact word. Like if you want to search OTP, it will go for OTP. But yes, it will suggest like I am trying to type test, but in S also it is coming. Right?
Okay. And okay. Please. Management.
Settings.
This thing is about that you cannot add a staff from here. There's some other process of adding a staff.
Yeah.
They have to
So a user
How does
need to
it work?
register in Clickfix to be a part of staff management.
So I have to like maybe if you can just log out and where do I register? Like if you can help us.
Yeah, sure.
Acha, create.
Here you can do any.
And so, but how do I say? Let's say if I know, let's say Dhwani chat. Let's say if you know Dhwani ka this website link, so you can go and yourself register.
Means if somebody wants to register in Dhwani, right? You're saying that?
I'm not an employee of Dhwani. Let's say if someone gets to know this URL, they can go and register themselves.
No, sir. I mean, some other admin will have to approve them give them access to it. as well.
And where does that come?
In the previous staff management scheme.
In the previous staff. So let's say when I have 5 staff managers, so I'll just ask them to go to this website and let's say the production URL and sign up there, and then I can approve.
Yes.
But there's no WhatsApp, there's no OTP approval, or there's no WhatsApp based. I don't have to verify their WhatsApp number or something like that. It's just that the normal user sign. It is independent of the WhatsApp, the staff creation process.
No, there is WhatsApp OTP approval. There is OTP approval required. So once you begin creating account, there is multiple steps. So to enter your mobile number, then it sends you OTP. You enter that, and then the admin will, give the access.
Okay.
So there is OTP.
Now you can go to again back to log out and just a sign up page. Create a new account. Is there any rules like when I create a new account? Are there any different levels? Can you click on create a new account just for?
So it's not here, Sundar. It's when you're giving access, then you can select the role.
Okay. It's just a user sign up and role management is at the administrative end. Okay. And Mohit, can you go to settings part? So organization, I saw it is fine. Google Cloud Storage is okay. For your either pushing multimedia files or but it is not a mandatory. I mean, you can also share the Google file or maybe any other public URL. So Google Cloud Storage is not a mandatory thing to use the Glyphic per se. Is that
Mohit, you are on silent time. You're on mute.
Okay.
Mohit? I can also I can also use
Yes.
So
Means if you want to store files, you need to use Google Cloud Storage.
right. But I can run the whole thing without Google Cloud Storage also.
It's currently Glyphic provides Google Cloud Storage, but if you're not using any files, only messages, yes, you can start working without Google Storage.
Right. Gupshup is mandatory. I understand. Organizational settings is important. Glyphic, proxy, chat base, and BigQuery. If you can talk about. If we are also similarly, if you are not storing any data, then BigQuery is not required. And if you are not doing any data analytics, then also BigQuery is not required.
Correct.
Okay. And can you tell the chat base and Glyph proxy why?
We're not really using that right now. We thought we'll use it, and it's we're not there, but we don't have a use case for that. Strong use case for
Which one?
chat base. And Glyph proxy is just for simulator. You don't need to really do anything. The users don't need to do anything there.
Okay. And chat base? What was the use case? I mean, just what was the purpose of using
For analytics and reporting itself, but we realized that Data Studio is sufficient.
Right. So then we are connecting BigQuery with the dashboards there. I mean, so that we are making the analysis.
Correct. So Sunanda, I guess, and team, I think we are reaching the time. So maybe we can take any further questions on Discord and Google Doc the way we're doing it. I'm sorry.
I hope all the questions are answered, right, Sundar?
Yes, one last thing maybe we can take it option afterwards was on that if there are multiple locations in which in one of our clients is, so basically we have a set of questions which have to be responded by people at different locations, and the response will vary based on which location or which use case they are coming from. So if someone is from Bihar, someone is from UP, someone is from Andhra Pradesh, for same question the response will be different. So these are like we are talking about separate workflows for them, right? here we are not, for each workflow, we'll set those conditions and then it will keep responding. No questions are same.
Yes, it's a decision making in the flow. So you will get a normative attitude in the response and you can make a decision on that.
No, time a bit later.
Okay. And furthermore, if it is location or if it is anything else, a selection criteria basically, or a response criteria, categorization criteria, based on that, we can create separate workflows. So basically, there has to be one common input question, and based on the response to that, the standard flow can be created, which we do. It could be location, it could be something else.
Right. You can check out the split by result option in the response, and you can try that.
Okay.
Right, guys. It was nice talking to you in this session. If you have any questions, please log on to Discord and post there. We'll try to get back to you on that.
Sure.
Thank you very much. Bye.